Yo, okay.
Here
Cool.
we are.
That sounds better.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Against popular belief, I wasn't. Yesterday we talked for a while about how much we love classic hip hop, and because it was relevant. I mean,
We're about to
I
talk to
gotta breathe.
somebody.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
breathe. You know what I
Gotta
mean?
breathe and take
This
in the
is
moment a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Reg of the Crash Crew. We're talking original vinyl when you think about it. The beginning of hip hop in a way that's beyond meaningful. Welcome, brother. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You know what? Right side of the daisies is what I always say. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly, right?
Right? Tell me, brother, even though I know by the sound behind. Oh, there it is. Where you from?
New York City.
Harlem, USA, New York City.
Hell
That's where I
yeah.
represent at.
There we go.
There we go.
hmm
So, my co-host, I'm Matt. This is
Yeah.
Ross.
Hey, how you doing?
This is Reggie Reg of Crash Crew.
This is Reggie Reg of Crash Crew. How you doing today?
hmm I'm doing great, boss. I'm doing great. Doing
So,
great.
I tell you what, I have an interesting. So this is a 10-question thing we do, and we got that first one out of the way quick, because you know what, it lets us see into your world a little bit. So like, growing up in Harlem, you forget young man, you're a little kid. What are your first memories growing up?
Man, shoot. Memories are fun.
Mm,
Just unlimited fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things to do, a lot of activities to get involved with, positive stuff.
mm. 60s.
Hip hop being brand new to us, out on the stoop hanging out, listening to cassette tapes, Grandmaster Flash, Funky Four, going to the parties, seeing DJ Hollywood,
Oh
Donald D,
damn,
Starsky. In
damn.
fact, parties was like $2 then. Parties was $2 to get in
Right.
at that time.
You
Two
go see an
dollars.
act because you just could. It wasn't, it didn't. God, you see how much they charging for tickets these days?
They're
Yeah.
charging. They're charging OD. I went to a concert in New York and it was $100 just to go see it, and I felt I was glad that I was able to go see it, but I was like, I feel weird that I spent $100 to go see this. Like,
We always joke about, and we love Billy Joel. I don't mean no disrespect to the man,
Uh,
but the working class man that can bring the working class man out on a working class night, charge him $250 for a show, and they still got to go to working class tomorrow.
yo,
yeah, that's kind of extravagant there.
It's a little, it's outside my price range. I'm just gonna admit right here to everybody that is looking into my office, that's outside my price range.
Yeah, definitely. What? Sure.
You know what, brother? So these questions are kind of like one of those things where you get to give some of your own meaning to them. And the next question is one where a lot of people find that. It's how do you work, brother?
How do I work?
Yeah.
So right now, I work for the studios.
Oh,
I'm a
nice.
heavy machine operator. We do movie sets
Mm.
for some of the studios.
Oh,
We supply
damn.
the building materials for the movie sets,
Okay.
like Power, Wu Tang, Miss
Mm.
Maisel.
okay.
Okay.
So for
Some of
Amazon,
the shows on
okay,
Broadway
right.
that you see, I
Like,
do that. And at nighttime, and then part time, I work as a hip hop sightseeing tour guide.
oh, no way. Taking
Yeah,
them
I
around
work
New York.
Okay.
exactly. Take them around New York City, showing the hip hop spots of
Oh,
relevance. Take them to the
damn.
murals, the Big Pun mural, the Big L mural, Black Rob Street, Biggie's house, Jamaica Queens. We go out there. We hit LL Grandmother house,
Oh.
JJ Studio.
Okay, keep talking. Tell me where are we going?
Yeah, we do all that in New York City.
Oh,
As
man.
hush tours, hush
Hush
hip hop
tours.
tours.
Hush tours, you say?
Yeah.
Well, let's not be hush about that. It's hush tours.
Yeah, us in hip hop.
Oh, us and
Okay.
I like
That's nice. I like the name of that.
it. Us and hip D hop. There we go.
Hmm.
That it's a meaningful thing though because it's like you really are a part of history. I mean, when it comes down to it, when you want to talk about your work, I don't usually. You know what? You were there at that moment where it becomes real, where it leaves the corners and enters all of our minds. I mean, the reality is, I'm a 51-year-old white guy, so no, every kid in this country by the early 80s had a piece of cardboard in his garage. Every kid in this, what I remember is my buddy hooking me up. It was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five was I think the first thing I heard. Maybe
Okay, yeah.
that you know what, and my brother, see, my brother was into just everything, and so yeah, okay. So how do you play?
What do you mean? How I play?
Well, like when you think about it, we all got to find time in our life to fuck it, to lay it down and play. You know what I mean? That in my head, it's an important piece of my life. That, like, for instance, today, man, the number one thing was I took my grandson off to the mall. I mean, I know that's goofy, but we both have, like, I got a piercing on the top of my ear. You know what? I was 50 and feeling frisky, and he's got one. He's got a similar one. Well, but we both lost a little piece of it. So no, we went to the mall. And we just walked around. We went to Legoland. You know, just we didn't spend a bunch of money or nothing. It wasn't a day we were there to do that. We were just, for me, playing sometimes is just hanging with my little dude. You know what I mean? You there, brother?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm there. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying as far as playing.
Now all I want is a New York slice, though. I'm telling you, I need a New York slice now. You're in a pizza joint, aren't you, bro?
Nah.
Oh,
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Right? Hey, God, that
I'm in
slice
the
sounds
area
good.
for a slice though, but not exactly in the area for a slice right now.
Where you at in New York,
now,
brother?
Right now I'm in Queens now.
Okay, you in Queens.
Yeah, I'm in Queens. I'm in Vernon Boulevard. Over here, getting ready to get the 7 train, take it to Grand Central, take my butt back on home.
It's a drag. You gotta hump it. It's funny, kids today, they hear the word hump, all they think is, well, hump. And like they don't remember, like, man, I gotta hump this bag and all of that. We were joking about that the other day. No, you gotta hump your way home. I get it.
Yeah, man. All good and gravy.
Right.
Here in the big city, we do got a lot of activity going on right now.
Nice. What you got up?
A lot of clubs happening, opening up.
Oh wow, with everything kind of easing up a little bit finally.
Yeah, man, they finally easing up off of these CDC regulations.
Right.
And stuff with the vaccination and the monkey virus is now out here a little bit.
Yeah, I heard about that. That
monkey
sounds
thing,
the monkeypox. Yeah, I did see something about that. Is that out there now? You guys got it out East Coast?
Well, they didn't come up with a vaccination for it yet, so right now, stay away from the monkeys. That's all I can say.
I think that's good.
I think that's solid advice all the way around.
Good advice most days.
Stay away from the monkeys.
Yeah, stay away
That's
from
it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Hey, we're the monkeys.
Wait a second.
People say we're messing around.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
So,
yeah,
you know what? How do you get connected? How do you pray, brother? And by that I mean, for me, a lot of it's meditation. I don't mean that in a specific way, because everybody feels differently about how they get connected or grounded, or you see what I mean?
Well, I pray every day. Every day when I wake up,
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I thank God for the grace of life. You know, breathing, fingers moving, everything working good. You know, just praying every day for whatever comes my way that I'm able to handle it.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I'm saying?
I got you 100%. Give me the strength.
You know, yeah, just to handle the day, whatever comes at me, make sure that I'm equipped enough to handle it. You know.
I always try to remember to. I try to remember to remind myself, to pray to make sure I see my blessings. Like I always, in my head, I think you end up walking past a lot of stuff because you get in your head. So I sometimes pray to the idea. You know what? Let me see the things you're putting in front of me, as opposed to because I know I'm an idiot walking past stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody like you reaches out to us, for instance, we get all excited and tingly, and man, we're amazed. We're just delighted. I'll be honest. That. So.
Well, I'll tell you,
go ahead, brother.
it's
Go ahead.
a good platform that you guys got. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
People to tell their story of their life, and how things are going on in other parts of the world, which is all good. Like here in New York City, we turn up. We good.
Oh, dude, that's so mean. I literally, I'm getting that warm fuzzy, and I don't mean that in so many disrespect. I mean like in the sense of I can feel that connection. Like, yeah, that. Dude, brother, I hear you.
All different types of people, different races getting along together. Here in New York City, that's what we do.
That's what my producer always says. He lived there for a couple years. He said, "Man, New York is different."
New York is different. It's like everybody got love for each other, but everybody stays out of everybody's way. It's like that's the way I feel in New York.
Yeah.
Is that pretty accurate?
I love you, but you can't have my beer.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's about it. You gotta have your own.
But I might buy you a slice along the way. You know what I mean? In the end, though, I bet a slice is fucking Jesus. God only knows how much money for a slice in New York now. In the city, what are you paying for a slice these days? $15?
Man, shoot. It depends where you go.
Right. You gotta know the spot.
Depends where you go.
I used to catch a spot that was like $9 to $10.
Nice slice for $2, $2 or $3. You get your nice slice.
What we need is a guide. If only we knew a guide in Brooklyn.
Could you?
What about Hush Tours?
Shit. Hush Tours?
Hush Tours.
What is that?
Guides in New York.
Oh snap! It's almost like
it's us and hip hop.
Us and hip hop.
That sounds great.
Sounds.
Shh. Why are we hushing it though?
I don't know.
We should make a big deal about Hush. We should be like, Hush. Yeah, I like it. What do you love, brother? What in this big, bright world, as you've made your way through it, what do you love? What's got your heart?
Well, what got my heart right now is just the people. The people, the music, the atmosphere. Everything is lovely out here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is lovely out here. Everybody's smiling.
Right.
No grim faces. People greeting each other. They know each other. They look familiar from your neighborhood. You say hello. How you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
The girls is out here. Looking good.
There you go.
The
like
ladies
those.
is out here looking great.
I can't help but notice. I cannot lie. So one of the things we're doing currently is, and like this is for not like necessarily a question, but for something you mull around in your head. So we've been working on putting together a space where some of these artists can all come together from all over the world. So like, we've got our buddy in Bosnia and our buddy in Kenya, and we've got people all over North America, and young guys.
Right.
And see, now I keep trying to tell them the difference between a crew and a posse. That like crews were more like bands. They were more like brothers that believed in each other. And lately, everything's about people want to be surrounded by yes men, and there ain't no good in that. You want a crew because a crew will tell you to fuck off when you get it wrong. You want friends, real brothers.
Yeah.
The people that tell you when it's
people that tell you when it's too much.
Am I way off course on this?
Nah, I mean a posse is a crew in a sort of way, but with a crew, you really have a certain number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would put a number on a crew. Like a posse is much bigger than a crew.
Okay.
That's how I see it. That's my opinion. A crew could be like 10 people.
I used to in my head it's a dog versus cat thing though. Do you know what I mean? That you
What
know
do
what
you mean?
dog. Okay, so the way it was explained to me is like a dog is grateful when a dude's your dog. That's great, but that's blind loyalty. That means no matter you could kick a dog, he'll still come running at you. You know what? He'll still be there for you, and that's great. That's a good thing. But a cat's there because he wants to be and he believes in you, and he's gonna tell you what's up. And if you get it wrong, he's gonna shit in the middle of your bed. But that
Damn, what kind of cat you got?
don't piss Amber Heard. No, sorry,
Cat you
Johnny.
got, man.
Well, no,
Damn.
but you know what I mean in the sense that a cat will tell you when it like it gives you the look. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not a just love you
It's
because
like, yo, I'm gonna call you out for this. This is
and there's some value in having people
Yeah.
around you that aren't just. I see some artists today that look like they're surrounded by yes men.
Okay, yeah, that would be a posse.
Right,
Yeah, that would-
That's
there
my,
you go.
Exactly, and
There
a
you go.
crew is a crew.
a crew is
It's a
people.
family.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
And so as we're putting this thing together, I kind of wondered if at some point maybe my producer can explain all of that piece and how to get you involved with it.
Yeah, so basically, we're trying to start a Discord thing where basically musicians like share music and stuff like that. So you can drop in beats, you can drop in, what do you call it? You can drop in verses, you can drop in songs, all kinds of things.
And you can just communicate.
Right.
You can use it's also a text but
It's
it's not
texting.
it's
but-
not anything we're trying to sell or anything like
No.
I don't mean it that way. It's just in my head and part of it you can see the joy in what I do is I'm 51 and Ross is 19 and it
Right.
means that we come at it from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
I see that's in my head the greatest value in diversity across the globe. 7.5 billion people looking at every problem a little different, or playing with music a little different. You know, like getting together with some jazz. It's all jazz to me. You know.
Right.
It's- So, shoot, what question am I? Now my voice won't.
I
even work.
believe we're on what do you
Fear. What do you fear?
Yes.
What do you find to fear in this world, my friend?
What I find is fear in this world.
Yeah. What are you afraid of?
Really not afraid of nothing.
Right. I'm with you. You ain't the first one with that answer.
I
I'm
understand,
not
but
afraid
why?
of nothing really. I'm afraid of negativity.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
afraid
get
of negativity. You know what I'm saying? I tend to shy away from negativity.
Oh, absolutely. I get that. There's
You know, anything that's not positive, I don't want anything to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Negative stuff, I just stay away from that. That's just been my life.
right.
You know, I'm 59 years old, almost 60.
I got you. I ain't as
That's
far
all.
behind you as I thought. Keep going. I'm listening.
So I'm pretty much there with anything negative. That's a no. That's like don't touch the fire. You know, you can get burned.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the conversation with Rick and Janelle.
Right.
Because what they talked about was, no, you know whether or not something you're doing is right.
Right.
You can feel it.
Therefore, you don't need to be afraid of nothing.
You don't have to be afraid. You have to listen.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention.
If bad energy will screw your vibes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We can say it in whatever way you want, but the reality is, if you're surrounded by people with a negative outlook, it's hard to keep up the positive.
It's hard to keep yourself up and going through it if everything around you is stop. You
Right.
know,
Your
like
energy, your life energy has to be positive.
yeah,
Your life energy has to
Absolutely.
be positive in order to have a pleasant day, a good day.
right.
Your life energy has to be positive. You don't want to spend your day worrying about looking behind your back or somebody you did something negative to, you
Mm.
know, stuff like that. You got to worry about this one, worry about that one. You want your life energy just to stay positive. You know, take care of your health, take care of your family, take care of your friends,
Take care of your business.
you know, stuff
Mm.
like that.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Circle.
I've got a 9-year-old grandson that lives with me, and that's why we'll get grandson stories every once in a while. But I try to teach it like in my head is like you'll find what you go looking for.
So if you're looking for a bad day, you're gonna find a bad day. If you're looking for some positivity, you're gonna find some positivity.
That it's there.
Yeah.
I joke about the fact that if anybody out there is willing to buy a lottery ticket, they believe one of the possibilities is that tomorrow could be a better day. I'm not saying you should buy lottery tickets for the record.
Yeah.
The state ain't giving me no money for this or nothing. But I'm just saying that you know what, I see a point.
Yeah, you got a positive outlook that you gonna hit that number.
Right?
You gonna win that money.
You have to believe that there's at least one chance in however many million that maybe tomorrow might be a little brighter. You gotta
That's
have
true.
you gotta have high
You gotta have hopes.
high
High
apple pie
hopes.
in the sky hopes.
High apple. Okay.
Oh, oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. You know, the 19-year-old's looking at me, got
I
no
didn't
idea where
understand
that's
that.
from.
No,
He's got no clue.
Listen.
But man, hearing you chuckle on the other end made me so happy. So,
Yes, indeed.
so as you've journeyed this journey, and you've journeyed a lot, what do you think you know?
Well, I think I know enough about life to continue it positively. You know, I don't know everything. I'm learning new stuff every day from different people, different situations. I'm like a sponge.
Hell yeah.
I'm like a sponge. I learn new stuff every day, different things every day. You know what I'm saying? This world is so full of diversity and opportunity.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This world is so full of it that, I mean, the internet itself, you can just sit there and go to school on the internet all day long.
Yep.
Yep.
And learn anything you want.
You got Google? School.
Yeah, and just Google it.
Right?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
told my grandson before he could even start typing words, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I had like different blockers or whatever, that you see this button right here, this little microphone, you can learn anything. And there was a day I came home and he had drawn an entire picture of the Eiffel Tower. And I was like, whoa, dude. I mean, it was amazing. It was a beautiful picture. It wasn't like it was like, whoa, you drew that? And he's like, oh yeah, I asked on Google how to draw, and so I spent the day practicing, and I was like, that's powerful.
Right?
Being able, so the most important thing we could teach in schools is, A, be wrong as often as you can, because the more often you're wrong, the more often you're learning. And 2, it's okay to be wrong.
Right.
Yeah, indeed.
You know, and then
Indeed.
last but not least, teach them not what to learn, but how.
If you're not struggling, you're not learning.
Yep, you learn from your mistakes.
No doubt. I always joke, life sometimes puts speed bumps in your way, because it's time to slow down. You're probably rolling into a school zone, got to learn something.
Exactly.
That you'll be like, oh, why is life not going exactly the way I want? Slow down, and you better take notes.
Yep, that's it.
Slow down, reassess.
That's it right there, definitely.
So I think that I know what you wish you knew, and that's all the stuff you don't, because you just sound like... What do you wish you knew? Other than where Hoffa's at.
Man, shoot. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. I wish peace and love throughout the whole planet. Unity.
Hell yeah.
Unity and understanding throughout the whole planet.
Amen,
you know what
brother.
I'm saying? Everybody working with everybody on any situation that is. You know, any situation that is, just working with them.
Right?
If you're in a path, open it up for them. Don't block the way.
That.
Right.
All day that.
Open up the path so the path can get wider and larger.
That's our whole concept here. That's what we're trying to do. We're going, what if we ended up with platforms where people didn't have to fake it, and they could bring their truth and their stories? And what if we point our spotlight up at the sky, and then, you know what? somebody over there, and it don't have to be related to us, but they point their spotlight up.
Yup.
You know, and it's like I saw it hit me when I was watching this. It was a thing on depression. They were showing a brain, and they did these CAT scans. I don't know. They did some kind of scan, and when people were depressed, like parts of the brain wouldn't. They'd go kind of gray. They wouldn't be lit up. And so in my head, what I pictured was the world like that. You know what? And like it's depressed. And if we could just light it back up, you know, if you could just start pointing your spotlights up, and maybe those of us that have had our head down, trying to take care of our, you know, just our kin, because we've been serious, we're adults. We've been handling this like adults. Well, the people in charge need the adults to maybe sit down and talk, because they're fucking kids and we need to do something about it. Sorry for my, I got all like passionate there for a minute. Sorry, I didn't mean like, but it's true. I feel like we finally have the means of communication, and it's on us to use it.
Yes, exactly right. You're absolutely right with that. Communication definitely is the key.
Well,
Yeah, communication is definitely the key.
like, and for me, that's what hip hop always represented. It was, we need to be heard. You know?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hip hop.
Go ahead, brother.
Hip hop is definitely something of, we need to be heard.
Yeah.
Any situation that we have, we need to have it out there. That's when the social conscious rap came into play. Not only but the partying and having a good time, but also with the social conscious rap. The gangster rap played a part in it too, as far as situations that
it was meaningful in a time.
Yeah,
you can't deny what was going on. There's a reason why, you know, SW1, NWA, all of those were pissed off.
Right.
You know,
Rightfully so.
And then somehow, how does it go from pissed off to the country manages to direct them at each other from both coasts and slip out again? Like, it starts off as a social commentary that is meaningful and joined, and then when, and I don't mean this in like, I'm not some conspiracy theory guy, but how is it then what it is divide and conquer?
I feel like what it is
Tip them at each other.
I feel like
and people interpret the message of different ways. People hear the message a different way.
Yeah.
Instead of hearing it for a solution, you may hear it for more antagonism. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of the stuff that was put out there for a solution.
I agree.
Right.
You know, not to be antagonized to add more fuel to the fire. You know, let's have more guns. Let's shoot up more people. Let's sell more drugs. You know, it was a message to it.
Well, Public Enemy, he's still hard at work. I mean, he's younger, but I mean, he's still.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck D, definitely.
No doubt. Chuck is amazing. I mean, we did a show, we called it Flavor. Because the thing nobody gets is you point out that Flav plays 15 instruments.
Right.
And that, okay, this is a persona. This is what he and Chuck D worked up. That this is this deep man that's wearing a mask because he's afraid people will see that he's an artist. That he's holding back who he is and played a role instead of letting people even see him.
Well, I can't really speak on that because I don't
mean to either. I don't know Flav either. I don't mean to. I don't mean to talk out of school. I mean in the sense that.
But I know Flavor has played his part in hip hop.
Absolutely.
As far as the protagonist of it, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely been pro.
Absolutely.
As far as fight the power for the people, for the community, for love, for unity. Flavor Flav and Public Enemy has always been there.
They have, and promoting even when it was, no, we have to say something you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
and I think that's where. So and that's the thing. So then you end up with the East West thing, and it's like there's a splinter. There's a now. Do you think there's a lot more of that kind of rap coming back? Do you think that there's more social consciousness rap today?
I think there's not enough of it. I don't think there's enough of it.
I got
I
you.
think they have some, but you got to search for it. You got to search for it on satellite radio.
Mm, I
Not
got
it's
you.
not mainstream. Not on mainstream radio.
I got you. Yeah.
Not
No.
on mainstream.
I find
Mainstream more corporate, more commercial, more the glitz and the glamour.
Mm.
right.
Well, it's selling
It's not.
Justin Bieber.
It's selling what sells, you know.
Yeah. That in my head, this is radio free radio. That for the record, if you got anybody out there with a couple dimes, you can still buy radiofreeradio.com. I don't have the money. But that the concept in my head is this is like NPR, but instead of just news, it's human, it's stories, it's trying to create something where what runs it is the idea that we need to hear each other.
Right. Entertainment.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Entertainment.
it's
It's
it's it's
entertainment.
meaningful. That dude, I feel connected, and I'm talking to a legend, and I feel connected to him, even though you're 400 miles away.
Yeah,
I haven't driven over there in a while. It might be less than that now that I think about it. I forget. I forget how long it is straight out 70.
it's pretty far away though.
But
It's
where you
amazing
guys
we
at?
can.
We're Columbus, man.
Columbus.
Ohio.
All right. Yeah. You way out of there.
Ah, you know what? I used to drive truck. If it's east of the Mississippi, I've been there and probably slept a night. That you know what? No, I love a slice in New York, and you better believe I'll sit down to the hugest, meatiest pie in Chicago. Well, back before I was vegan. That the coolest part was like going you got to have got some of that when you were moving around. That like, oh, this is different, but damn, this is okay. This is damn,
Yeah.
that's good. Especially home cooking if you're moving around. Anyways, I'm getting hungry. Are you? Oh, talk to me, Ross. What are your when you think? Talk to my man Reggie about hip hop. So my producer.
I
What's
make music a little bit, just a little bit. I do something. Reg, Reggie, you there?
Yeah. I'm still here. Say that again.
I said I do music a little bit. I do a little something something. Um,
Okay. That's what's up.
I
Music is the universal language.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it is.
Music is the universal language.
I found that in talking to other musicians around the world, they seem to I seem to be able to relate to them. Like every single musician I've talked to so far, I've been able to relate to at least a little bit, you know?
Shared.
Say that.
He was saying that one of the advantages of having
don't
this
think he can hear me.
platform is that we've gotten to talk to a ton of these musicians. I was just thinking, as we were talking about social consciousness, if you get a chance, we have a buddy named Anthem Republic. I'll shoot you a link. It's spelled with a Q on the end, and he's still in the middle of it in Kenya.
Yeah.
And so no, he's singing about bullets.
He's thinking about bullets.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I
bullets for
mean
breakfast. is
bullets
what
for
he said,
breakfast. He said by the time he was 3, he knew the difference between a rubber bullet and a real bullet. That
Okay.
that
And the situation in Kenya is that deep, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That
pretty
there's
much. That's what he's saying.
That you know what, and he's a guy where I ran into him, and this group got a hold of me. They said, "Hey, do you want to try this?" It was a global men's leadership kind of group. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Well, they do a monthly global meeting where anybody can show up. And one of the guys said, "Well, let me introduce you to this guy." Oh my God, man, the power in this man's voice. The whew, I'll shoot you a link. It'll blow your mind. We'll get it to you later, and it'll give us a chance to talk even more because. So, where do you think hip hop's going? When you look at Kanye, when you look at Kendrick just dropped, when you look at
J. Cole.
I
Who
think
else is
I
doing
think hip
stuff right
hop
now?
is going in the right direction.
Okay.
I think it's going in the right direction
Right,
as
right.
far as musically and creativity. As
Okay.
far as the songs that they're coming up with.
Right.
But like I said, most of the songs that I hear on the corporate and commercial side
Mm,
are just party and bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Party and bullshit. Which is nothing wrong with having a good
I
time.
get it. Leaning bitches.
Right.
Nothing wrong with having a good
You know,
time.
yeah, I get you. I agree, but you're right. That
It's good time.
that
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having a good time at all. There's nothing wrong with having a good time at all.
but if you can give me blood on the
But you
page, I
ca-
want to hear your real story. You know what I mean?
You kind of want to hear past that once you.
Right.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain point, you kind of want to hear past the whole party. Oh snap! What's going on?
You okay back there?
Right. But then you also got the music that's misogynist.
Can't stand it. I actually,
Yes.
I talked to the young guys
Yeah.
about it. Because they're young. You know what? I get, for the record, you and I been there. We know how them hormones were when we were 19, 20 something, and
Right.
into our 50s. But anyways,
You can say what you want to say on the record. You can say what you want to say. You can say fuck this bitch.
it's too much.
You can say fuck that hoe.
But it's too much.
It's too much. Yeah.
But that's too much. If music is for entertainment, if
Mm.
music is for entertainment and for dancing.
Right. And if you
But
alienated half the race,
Well,
like.
I think of Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting.
Right.
Poetry is for wooing women. And I don't care if you're spitting it or you're Shakespeare. In the end, when we were young, one of the things that promoted, but you got to learn how to woo a woman. You don't talk about a
Yeah.
lady like that.
You don't do that. That's nah.
Right, especially if you're in a music situation and you're listening to music together and you're trying to dance with a young lady.
Mhm.
You want to
Right.
dance with her. You want to dance with her talking about kidnapping her daughter and putting duct tape in her mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
You,
Selling drugs.
you know what? You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
that is a bit much.
You want
Yeah.
to talk about your gat. You want to talk about shooting people and killing people. And you're in a situation where you listen to music.
Right.
Like, what environment are you in? What environment are you in when you listen to the music?
Right.
Right.
So now
Right.
you got to look at the environment that people are in when they're listening to this music.
Oh.
Like, you got the drill music now. Drill
Right.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is drill music? I thought it was marching band music.
They're,
I did too.
they're taking
I thought it was
old they're taking old samples and they're like flipping it and putting all kinds of like, oh, I killed this person, I killed that person, like rah rah, I shot this place up, blah blah. Like
What?
it's all
What's
all
the
kind
point?
of violent energy.
Okay.
It's all kind of.
I tell you what we need to make. In addition to anthem song, can you please send Reggie the Come Dance?
Yeah, sure.
It's actually called
Sure, I
Come
can.
Dance. He's got a really
Yeah,
beautiful
because
song.
I'm a little confused with what's going on with music today. I'm a little confused with it.
Right.
Because I'm old school. I'm 35 years out the game.
Well, it's
I'm
angry.
35
They want to be
years out the
heard.
game.
It seems like it's coming back around to the whole angry wanna be heard type thing.
Well, but I think
Okay.
that's relevant. So
Yeah.
let's make a place where people can be heard.
Right.
Because I tell you, the story's deeper than that. If a man's screaming about a slice of pizza, I'm telling you, it ain't because
It
of
ain't
the
about
slice
the
of pizza.
Yeah.
That I think some of this, this is how I'm supposed to put my anger out. This is all I know. Bullshit. It's in my head. Part of being a man is growing up, is realize how many young guys have we lost because they didn't get out of the bullshit, even though they'd finally made it.
Yeah, and music definitely is an outsource.
Mm.
It's outsourced to get a lot of people out of their bullshit, out of their bullshit, out of a way to talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about, and let it go. And let it go. Once you put in a song,
It's gone.
it's done.
It's gone.
Out
It's done with.
It's out there.
How? Okay, so
Opinion,
go ahead,
and now
brother.
you're looking for a solution to
Right.
either solve the problem or continue it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where I'm at with music right now.
That's crazy. Okay,
That
so
music is definitely a universal language
it
where
is.
MCs have a responsibility to society. They have a responsibility to society. If you listen to Marvin Gaye songs, Eddie Kendrick
What's
songs,
going on?
Isley
What's
Brothers,
going on? Oh.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mm.
The music of the 70s was about love, peace, and harmony. The
Right.
80s came with hip hop.
Yeah.
We roughed it up a little bit. But we never took it to a point where that we killing each other on the streets over music. But
Man,
this
the
one has
losses.
more money than me. He has more money than me, so I'm gonna rob him. I'm gonna kill him. It never went to that. You know what I'm saying?
It got brutal. That I'm thinking late 80s. Man, about the moment, you remember that movie Colors came out? It was there, everybody was promoting the whole Blood Crip thing, and it was everything that was coming out was hardcore. There was a lot of gangster rap out there. It was pretty brutal. And not all of it was real. You know what I mean? Some of it just antagonized.
Is that you don't have to get it off Capitol Records or RCA. A Universal, you can get it on streaming. You can get it on the internet.
Right. So people are just putting out what they putting out.
People just want, if they want violence, guts, and blood, they can just Google that on the internet. I want violence, guts, and blood in my rap music.
Right.
That's what I want. And it seems like the majority of the people have went to that section of blood, guts, and violence.
Yeah. How do we pull them back?
You have to look at who's marketing these groups, who's doing this. 35 and under. For me, 35 and under, because once you reach 35, your cool card is gone.
Right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
You got kids now. So you ain't thinking about shooting your neighbor, or robbing a weed spot, or nothing like that. You're not thinking about getting high.
But that's how they sold themselves. They faking it. That's how they sold their thing. And so you got these old men that are acting like they're idiots.
I think what he was saying is that it's mostly the younger ages that are doing this.
Oh, I follow you. I apologize. I didn't mean to misunderstand.
No, it's all good.
I get you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a younger generation that is in control of whatever music that's being listened to because of the internet.
Right.
Because of the streaming. Because of the Instagram, because of the TikTok.
I think because of that, though,
the easy access that you have to see this misogynist stuff. It's easy access to see titties out in the air, ass out in the air.
We had to work for that back in the day. Do you remember that?
I think there's more. I think there's more positivity, but there's also more negativity. Like everything has been magnified.
Available.
Everything has been magnified by the internet. Like everything is available. Like the positive the positive sides of life are really like available, but it's harder to get to that because the negativity is so much of what we're drawn to. You know,
you gotta search for it. You gotta search for it.
It's all there. You just gotta look for it.
You gotta search for groups like Kendrick Lamar. You can't just. It's not on the radar because you have a younger market that's looking to curse. When you're 16, 15 years old, the first thing you want to do is curse and act out in front and not in front of your parents.
Yeah.
Always.
You show your ass.
You taste the apple and you show your ass.
You out in the street. Your parents is not around. So I'm gonna do a TikTok video of me cursing.
Right.
Putting a gun in the air because my parents ain't around. And this is what I'm gonna do right now.
Do you think that's the big piece of it too, though?
And I'm gonna get 5,000 likes on it, and that's gonna be my thing.
I'll be popular at school.
Hold on a second.
There ain't nothing like a New York fire truck.
Doesn't stop.
You know what? It's okay. I love the sound. I don't know why. I love it.
Sound.
There's something about New York and the way everything echoes off the buildings. It's like a different sound than any other city. And you like
Yeah.
immediately hear the hustle and bustle,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, New York.
It's like the white noise was magnified, but you're not even mad about it.
No,
You're
no,
just
I'm
like you're
not.
just like, yeah, keep it up there. Keep it up there. I like it there.
I actually, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
want to hear that.
I
wanna
like
hear
it there.
that.
Yeah, right. Right.
That,
Yeah, it's about being a rebel. It's about being a rebel.
that you have to.
It's about music, and a lot of music, even rock and roll music, is about being a rebel.
Mm.
Elvis Presley shaking his leg on the stage, being about a rebel.
Look at them hips.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Going against the man.
Well, your neck of the woods. We watch. So CBGB is another one that I'll tell you, if you get a chance, there's a movie about CBGB, which down in Jersey and the punk sound. CBGB stands for Country, Bluegrass, and Blues. When Hilly Crystal bought the place, he wanted to run a bluegrass place. And then these punk kids showed up. And, I mean, it's a quote from a movie, so the dude probably may not have really ever said exactly this. But it's the one that I carry with me. I go, be more like Hilly Crystal. Because what he said was, I don't always necessarily understand what they're calling music. But, man, I could sure tell they had something to say. And that's how punk comes to America. And so I feel that same, like, we were talking about your Mike and Dave experience, that living in the apartment and having Mike and Dave there with you, and hey, come play with the equipment. Man, we relate to that. That's our goal. We want people to feel like, you know what, I got a 20 channel changer here. You know what, I got luck. I met a pastor. He sold it to me for $105. You know what, I got a little bit of money into getting an extra computer. Okay, we've spent a lot of money on mics and cords.
Yeah.
But it means that we can reach out. There's a quote from Roosevelt, and I ain't going to go into it, but it's about, if you ain't in the arena, you don't get to comment. And so I saw that little girl from, I think she's from Norway, Greta Thunberg. She was a 12 or 13-year-old, and she went up in front of the UN and told them off. And then you realize you're sitting at home on your ass. And you're like, oh, damn.
You're like, oh,
that teenager just humbled my ass. I need to get up and do something.
Yeah.
Because I can't. It's one world and one people. It's just straight up. It's one world and it's one people. And the lines don't matter to me. I just see stories, you know?
That's good. Definitely. That's just how it is, too. That's just how it is.
Oh, dude, that feels so good to hear out of. You're a legend, man. You need to understand. One of the things I always try to tell everybody is every human's a person, that you're real people, and that but at the same time, yeah, dude, I bow to you in the world of, I want to have. We were talking about how we want to have a million conversations with you about the history of hip-hop, about where hip-hop is at now, about, figuring out a time, even if it's like an hour once a month, to just do a thing where we get to talk, because I think it's meaningful. I think there's something to be said for the passion of youth, but the wisdom of what you and I have seen along the way,
Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. And your forum, it definitely does that. Your forum definitely does that. I commend you guys on that.
That I feel so. There's New York for you.
There's a horn.
I feel so touched. You know what, brother? I'm gonna go ahead and end the show, but if you stay on for a minute, we'll holler at you for a second. And I just thank you. Let me state again, Hush Tours. Is there anything else, brother? Is there anything you'd like to mention before we go? I apologize. I'm just excited.
Crash Crew is in the building.
Say again?
Reggie Reg Crash Crew is in the building with Hush Tours.
There we go. We're going to have to get you on some beats, man. Do you still throw down?
Yeah, I still throw down.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. I'll tell you, the picture we got up right now is you and your men back in the day, man. It's that black and white photo that runs around of all you guys. just looking tight. You remember you had to get down on your feet and put that you got to put your fist right under your do that lift thing like I'm looking cool.
Okay, I don't see the picture, but okay.
Oh,
You'll see it when we post it.
you'll see it when we
Yeah.
post it, brother. Much, much, much love. Reggie Reg of the Crash Crew. I'm speechless, and I hope everybody's looking forward to more.
Thank you, and thank you guys again.
Oh, brother, thank you.
Thank you for
I'm
coming
blown
on,
away that so many of your thoughts resonate with thoughts that like